A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of tensions between the United States and Russia, President Donald Trump announced on Friday that he has ordered the positioning of 2 nuclear submarines in appropriate regions following provocative comments made by Russia's former president, Dmitry Medvedev. The announcement comes amid a backdrop of increasing hostilities and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Trump's decision, shared via his Truth Social platform, underscores the seriousness with which the administration is treating Medvedev's remarks. Based on the highly provocative statements of the former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions, just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that, Trump stated. He emphasized the importance of words in international relations, expressing hope that this situation would not lead to unintended consequences. The exact locations for the submarines were not disclosed, and the White House has opted not to comment further on the matter. Trump addressed reporters later in the day, reinforcing the need for caution in light of the threats made by Medvedev. "Well, we had to do that," Trump said. "We just have to be careful. And a threat was made, and we didn't think it was appropriate." He added, "We're going to protect our people." The conflict has intensified over the past few days as Medvedev responded to Trump's ultimatum regarding sanctions if Russia fails to reach a ceasefire agreement with Ukraine. Medvedev, in a post on social media platform X, remarked, "Trump's playing the ultimatum game with Russia, 50 days or 10, warning that each new ultimatum represents a step toward war, not just between Russia and Ukraine, but potentially involving the United States as well." This comment reflects the rising stakes as both nations navigate a fraught geopolitical landscape. Trump had previously announced that the Kremlin now has 10 days, rather than the initially proposed 50, to agree to a ceasefire or face secondary sanctions. In a separate message, Trump cautioned Medvedev to watch his words, dismissing him as the failed former president of Russia, who thinks he's still president. The exchange escalated further when Medvedev took to Telegram, issuing a stark warning about the dangers of the dead hand, a Soviet-era system designed to automatically launch nuclear missiles in the event of a catastrophic attack on Russia. This chilling reference highlights the gravity of the current situation and the potential for miscommunication or miscalculation between the nuclear powers. The US and Russia have a long history of strained relations, particularly in the wake of Russia's annexation of Crimea and its involvement in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. With both sides exchanging threats and ultimatums, the international community watches closely, concerned about the implications of these developments. As the situation unfolds, the possibility of diplomatic resolutions appears increasingly tenuous, raising fears of a broader conflict. The positioning of nuclear submarines is a clear signal from the Trump administration that it is prepared to respond decisively to any perceived threats. The coming days will be critical in determining whether cooler heads will prevail or if the situation will escalate further, with the potential for dire consequences for global security. Analysts suggest that the rhetoric from both leaders is not only a reflection of their political posturing, but also an indication of the heightened tensions that could lead to a miscalculation on either side. In this charged atmosphere, the stakes are higher than ever, and the world waits to see how this complex geopolitical drama will unfold. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.